how does it feel to be a female entrepreneur? Let me tell ya. Success, she slept her way in. I actually had to Google that. I didn't know what that meant. I don't know. Miss Potato Head. That is mean. What's up, people? It's Nas here, and in today's video we're going to talk about how it feels to be a female entrepreneur and do business stuff as a girl, right? We're gonna there are good things and bad things about it, and I'm gonna start with the bad things, or maybe I just combine all of them together, okay? A couple of the things that you notice: I barely ever network, which is super, like, people always say, oh, why don't you go to this networking event? Why don't you go to this networking event? One thing I realized in the last year or two or three, I don't know, whatever thing, is every time I tried to make friends with these people, I was always excited. Oh my God, I want business and this. So very often this happens, that someone tells me, like, message me on Instagram or something, and people that are doing things, you know, they're having successful businesses. They like, hey, like, let's do this, let's connect, let's make this money, or make, like, whatever. They talk about Facebook ads, they talk about certain things in a business, right? And they're like, okay, cool, let's exchange numbers. You exchange numbers, then you get a text message late at night. Hey, you want to watch a movie? What? Wait, what? No. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not open to, like, meeting men or whatever that is, but if you make it look like it's business and then you're trying to make it personal, I'm not about it. I'm like all about strictly splitting business and personal life. I don't want to have anything mixed together. So if I'm doing business with someone, there's no way I would have any kind of personal relationship with them. That's just how I am. I think that's just how you can keep it professional. That's how it should be. But it's just weird how often it happens. So after that, at that point, I'm like, I just don't really want to, unless, like, I really, like, trust someone and I really want to talk to someone. Otherwise, I'm just doing my own thing and I'm doing better than ever. So it's the funny part is, like, people always assume that someone is taking care of you because you're a female and you're spending money on certain things, right? So I'm actually very, like, I don't like to spend a lot of money on things that, like, fancy things. Like, let's just say the basic. I like to live in a nice place, and I like nice food. That's just, like, one thing that I'm very like, I spend money on. I like nice food. I like seafood. I want to go get oysters. I like to order a bunch of food, and I don't want to ever think about what the price of that food is. And one thing I realized, if I ever post on something food, like, let's say seafood at a fancy restaurant on my Instagram or something, people will be all like, oh, who's paying for that food? Where's your sugar daddy? Show me your sugar daddy. And I'm like, right here by myself. Ah! I mean, it's fine if someone is doing that. However, it's just kind of weird when you're a girl in this world and everybody thinks someone else is taking care of you. And if you don't know me, actually, I moved out of my house when I was 15. I lived in London for a little bit, and after that, I was, like, at 18 when I moved to LA. I was on my own, and then I paid for everything for myself, and I paid for, like, everything that I did. I paid for it myself. Nobody helped me, nobody did anything. I had a job, and someone is, like, I have friends still, if the parents pay for them, it's fine, but I was just not one of those people. Another weird thing is, like, so let's say when I'm trying to hire someone, right? So there's so many times I don't ever, like, I just say my name, like, hey, it's Nas, I text these people, right? So these are the people, like, let's say I'm looking for an Indeed or something like that, not necessarily people that know me, like, on Instagram or whatever. And then I text them, like, hey, this is Nas, like, are you available for this? I usually text people. I don't usually like to talk. I don't know why. I'm, like, weird about, I guess, them knowing I'm a girl. Not that necessarily I'm weird about it, but I just want to meet them in person, right? And then when I meet these people that I'm about to interview, I realize, like, their first reaction is like, oh, you're a girl, like, and you're young. It's just a weird thing that people expect, like, whoever that has a business has to be old and a man. It's just a weird thing. I don't know why people assume that, but these are the things that people usually automatically assume, right? But let's stop. No matter what, if you're working in sales, if you're an entrepreneur or whatever that is, And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. However, I'm gonna say it anyways, is that if you're a girl, you can get away with a lot of things. Like a lot of things. I feel like an asshole for saying that, but if you're a girl, there are certain things you can do or say that if a guy say or do, they would be an asshole. They would be douchey. It would just be bad, right? But when you're a girl, you can get away with a lot of things. You can work around the rules easier, right? It's just the rule. It just, if you look it up online, if a man and a woman commit the same crime, they go into the court, the chances of the man getting into the jail is 50% more. It is just how it is. I'm just gonna assume this is one of the good things about being a girl entrepreneur. So we just leave it that way, okay? I feel bad about saying that, but I don't, okay? I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee now. I can't think of more things than that. So if I do, I'll let you know. But that's how it is to be a female entrepreneur. And besides the bad comments and people consistently thinking that you're being taken care of, I think everything else is pretty good. Life is good. Drinking my coffee. Coffee is cold though. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. Also guys, don't forget to check out my free training down below and let me know how it goes. Bye.